Alright guys, so today we are going to be looking at the great Dragon Ball Super Twitter Wars of 2025. So as far as I know, this tweet was where it all started. People were just kind of quoting and saying, nah man, it's get rid of the Tournament of Power, this is such a setup, which I haven't seen Marineford, I haven't watched One Piece, so I can't speak on it, but I would not be surprised at all for it to be better than the Tournament of Power. My viewers should know, I am not the biggest fan of the Tournament of Power. There are a couple things I like about it. The stuff I like, I probably don't like nearly as much as the Glazers do, though. Like, I don't know. Let's just get into the tweets. Let's look at these. Let's get into my bookmarks. So, that brought us to this. Dragon Ball Super haters can get bent. The Tournament of Power was a worldwide event that changed anime forever. Its impact was greater than all others listed. Put some fucking respect on Dragon Ball and the Tournament of Power. I don't really want to put respect on the Tournament of Power because I think it's pretty mid, and I think a lot of people who saw this, like, this was my response to this tweet. Yeah, 15% of it is pretty good. Let's get into these. This was the big tweet that pissed everyone off. Our boy Apple Dokkan, the homie. Notice how every single Glaze post of Tournament of Power shows clips from the last 10 episodes of it. This shit was abhorrent to watch weekly, literally one of the worst experiences ever. You wait a full week to get a dedicated Universe random episode. And I think Apple's absolutely spitting here. Of course, the Super Glazers came and gave him a hard time, which, you know, been there, brother. I've been there. Muting this shit because I know people will be on my ass for not blindly glazing everything this shit show of an arc had to offer. Go rewatch every other DB tournament arc to understand what a good tournament arc feels like. Oof! Absolutely spitting there. Cullen here says, yeah, arcs are supposed to start off slow and build up to a climax. That's how storytelling works. Which, you know, he got a lot of likes for that, but that's just a really cheap excuse, because it's like, there's slow, and then there's ass. You know? And most of the early TOP stuff falls into that second category. Let's keep looking at some tweets we got. Oh, Halvard dropped this just earlier, and this made my morning. I'm gonna be real, y'all on Apple's ass over a genuinely fucking bad arc. The redeeming quality of the Tournament of Power is Ultra Instinct Goku. Kefla, brought out because of Ultra Instinct. Jiren going all out to beat Ultra Instinct. Every other part of the Tournament of Power is literally highlights buried in a mountain of lowlights. Name even one of these characters without looking up. I'm sure someone can, but 99% of you have not the slightest clue as to who the hell these characters are, and that's the issue. Yeah, it's just like they tried to do this 80 character thing in the Tournament of Power, and that was just a mistake. Like, they were never going to make people care about 80 characters, and they shouldn't have tried. But they did, so here we are. Oh boy. Lol, can we talk like we aren't trying to have Vector's balls in our mouths? Every episode outside of a couple had very fun moments with the characters we've grown with. There's a reason your name is basically Apple. Your takes start okay, but your shit ages like the slop pigs eat. This guy's just a super glazer. He's mad. Like, what's he doing? Like, this moment. Like, this is okay. I don't really think it makes up for all the crap the Tournament of Power had. Like, I like how I live so rent-free in these guys' heads. Whenever anyone, like, rightfully criticizes the Tournament of Power, they think of me, which I think is kind of hilarious. Dokkan player that barely watched OG Dragon Ball talking down on the TOP. We gotta kill white people, man. What? Okay, this is crazy because I know Apple has seen OG Dragon Ball many times. He's very... Apple's the wrong person to be lobbing those allegations at. Apple is a good Dragon Ball fan. He has watched the entire series, which I'm guessing this person hasn't. Most of Twitter has not actually seen Dragon Ball. Quotes and replies are killing me. You have people naming like 2 episodes with good 3-minute segments saying he's wrong. It's so facts. It's like always the same few clips from this 45 episode arc. TOP Glazers will only ever mention how people gathered to watch it, but never the arc itself. Like, a lot of people were asking that Bretku guy, like, oh, well, how did the Tournament of Power change anime forever? And he basically said, oh, well, it introduced the concept of breaking the internet. And anime's wanting to be able to do that. And I'm like, that's not a good thing, bro. That shit sucks. I hate the break the internet dick measuring stuff. Like, are you saying it's a good thing that now we have all these Dragon Ball and One Piece bot accounts on Twitter going, haha, our anime broke the internet, get bent? Like, no, that sucks. That is a horrible legacy, bro. Like, think about what you're saying. I'll never understand why people glaze this arc when we have 3 other tournament arcs that are far better than it. Learn to glaze better shit, which is absolutely true. Every single OG Dragon Ball tournament disgustingly clears the Tournament of Power. All 3 of these tournaments are like 5-tier gaps ahead of the Tournament of Power. They're just a great experience from the start to end. Even the quarterfinal matches are all at least fun and entertaining. Like, I will take like Bacterian versus Krillin over like your average Universe Random episode of the Tournament of Power. Easily. I'll take Jackie versus Wolfman. The only like OG Dragon Ball tournament fight I can think of that's just like straight up mid is Goku versus Pompoot. And that's because all that happens is just they can't find Goku for a while, and then they find him, and then Goku just little bros the shit out of Pompoot. All the others are either really funny or just genuinely good fights. DBS fans, when you ask them to name more than 10 good episodes in a 131 episode show, like, this guy's getting... I'm liking a lot of the quote retweets on this guy, which this is true. 70% dog shit and 30% hype moments in Aura. It's like, the arc is the hype moments in Aura arc, but only about a third of it is actually hype moments in Aura, and the rest of it is just slop. Ooh, I think this guy tagged me. That Bretku guy, like, he said, I love the Tournament of Power, and I do, but it was a slogfest to get through most of the time during its original anime run. That original Bretku guy says, do you feel the same way about the earlier tournaments before they get to the semifinals? Are the arcs bad by default because the majority of the arcs weren't the climax with all the payoff and epic moments? That caused him to at me and say he's talking about me. So I said, there's a difference between something not being the climax and it just being straight up bad. I'll take a fight like Goku versus Giran, or even purely comedic ones like Jackie versus Wolfman or Krillin versus Bacterian any day over the likes of Piccolo versus the 3-inch bug alien or the TN Sniper episode. And that brings what I was saying a minute ago. The only original Budokai fight I think is like truly mid is Goku versus Pompoot. The rest I like them quite a bit on some level. Ooh, I love this one. This was great. This was just great. Like, this person says, why is everyone annoyed at people liking the TOP? DB fandom hasn't genuinely watched the show to begin with. Trolling aside, most wouldn't watch the whole Dragon Ball again and again, lol, probably besides their favorite parts. It's rare for people to watch again, at least in my circle. That is an insane thing to say to me, dude. It's like, is the cope going so far that we're going to say, oh yeah, people rewatching anime, that's not a thing people do. That's not a thing people do. Then Minato quote retweets and said, this is actually going to get into a little mini argument arc that me and Mystic had, which was amazing. Defending the TOP by saying that most DB fans wouldn't rewatch the show feels like you're telling on yourself over anything. If anything, it's just you saying that you agree with the TOP being a hard rewatch. I'm confused. Then Mystic here says, I mean, he's kinda spitting. When's the last time you watched a Dragon Ball arc start to finish? And not counting reading the manga. For me, I can say the last time was 2 years ago with the 23rd World Tournament. Besides that, I just cherry-pick favorite episodes sporadically. So I chime in and say, I just finished the Frieza saga yesterday after rewatching the entire series up to that point. Yeah, I'm currently going on a rewatch of Dragon Ball. And he says, Before this, when's the last time you did it? And just being realistic, how often do you think average people, like, this is insane to me. Why is bro acting like it's unusual? Like, if it's one of your favorite anime arcs, why is bro acting like it's strange or unusual to rewatch it? That's insane to me, dude. I don't remember the last time I've done a full rewatch of the franchise, but I rewatch plenty of arcs a few times a year. The 3 Budokai definitely get at least a rewatch a year. I think it's insane that we have gotten to acting like it's unusual for people to rewatch their favorite anime arcs. I think it's insane rewatching the entire thing of something and instead of just occasionally watching your favorite parts is a metric for how good something is. Like, where else does this even apply? Is your favorite movie not good if you don't watch it all the time? So I respond and I say, I mean, for most of my favorite arcs, I just generally like the whole thing, so why wouldn't I watch all of it? If most of the arc being mid isn't a big deal to you, sure, opinions are opinions, but I don't feel that way. A complete start-to-end story that I can find enjoyable for the most part is appealing to me. I like to get immersed and invested in the arc. Then he says, if that's what you do, sure, most people aren't this way and that's normal. Then at that point, I was just ready to eject. I was just like, sure, dude, you got it. Do you genuinely think otherwise? Like, do you imagine all Dragon Ball fans when they think, I feel like rewatching Goku vs. Cell right now, turn on Crunchyroll and watch the entire Cell saga? Is people watching clips of their favorite thing only and moving on a foreign concept? Then I said, I don't think that they exclusively watch like that. I'll occasionally just pull up an episode. It's the part where you're acting like it's strange or unusual for people to rewatch an anime arc they supposedly really like that is insane to me to the point where it feels like you're being disingenuous. It's like, it felt like I was talking to like an alien or something, the way bro was acting like it's weird for people to not want to rewatch a full arc. Like, it's like, it kind of goes on. He's like, where's the line? And I'm like, the line is when you're discussing an anime arc and how good it is. If you gotta skip over most of it to enjoy it, that speaks at least a little negatively of the overall quality of the arc. I don't think anyone has claimed the peak stuff near the end isn't great. I'll tell you that stuff is pretty great even as the #1 TOP hater. But they're not skipping most of it to enjoy it. Watching your favorite parts isn't the same as skipping it when that's just the way you interact with it. So then I ask him, where's the line for your way of looking at it then? Is just the climax of something worth talking about and nothing else? Is there no value to being a consistently enjoyable story that engages you from start to finish? I don't think people are wrong or anything for engaging with media like that, but it seems pretty flawed to me when analyzing it from a critical perspective. And then he basically says, well, I like that stuff. And then it's like, oh, okay, sure. You know? Like, I don't agree. I don't think it's a hot take at all to say that most of the TOP that wasn't like Goku versus Jiren or Kefla or Roshi was like mid. I don't think that's a hot take at all. Let's get back to the bookmarks. What? Oh yeah, let's look at Minato and this guy's exchange, because found myself very hard agreeing with Minato. Yeah, it's like he rewatched an arc just a few months ago. Saying that people wouldn't do that is just silly, and I agree with him. It's very silly. Is it really? How many times? It's like, why are we pretending that rewatching the full arc of something you supposedly really enjoy is unusual? We don't have to cope that bad, bro. You can just say that a lot of it is bad and people don't want to watch it. You can just admit that, buddy. Come on, buddy. Please. Please. The mental gymnastics here are just mind-boggling to me. Alright, let's go back to the bookmarks. So this brings me to my own post on the matter. I said that every arc from the original run of the manga, from Pilaf to Buu, clears this arc by at least three tier gaps. People didn't like that, especially me mentioning Pilaf, but I won't stand for this Pilaf arc disrespect. The Pilaf arc is awesome. Like, Pilaf himself is lame, but that's like the point of him. It's about meeting Goku and seeing his personality and shit. That stuff's awesome. Like, do people not find early kid Goku as like one of the most charming characters ever? Like, it's like, have they not seen it? Well, no, most of them haven't. Like, they just think, oh, lame bad guy Goku turns into an ape, that's the arc. But it's like, the real meat of the arc is meeting Goku and just experiencing his super charming personality. Like, ooh, this was good. This was good. The Pilaf arc changed anime forever, so I liked what I had to say against this. Yeah, I think I actually am going to say that the arc that introduced Goku and Dragon Ball as a whole absolutely changed anime forever. What are we saying, bro? Like, like, how bad has the mind warping gotten that we're saying that the reason Dragon Ball exists, like, the reason we met Goku in the first place didn't change anime forever? Like, brah, please, brah. There were some good replies to this tweet, too. What changed after the Tournament of Power aired? Then I said, this is the true answer. Most of the change it did was make people care about breaking the internet and having dick measuring contests with views and shit. That's so real, dude. That is the TOP's impact. And I don't think that's a good thing. I think that's a horrible legacy to have. That is... that was such a real reply, dude. Was there any other fun stuff? Yeah, this person said, that doesn't deny his point. It vastly made an impact on anime, and I asked him, can you explain what that impact was? Does it go beyond the break the internet dick measuring stuff? It's like, I think the TOP fans want to believe that the TOP is like the modern Super Saiyan Goku. And it's just not, dude. It's just not. It was just a really popular anime moment that broke a streaming site. Like, sure, it was great, but like, calm down, guys. Just relax a little bit. Relax. Let's see. I don't know. Most of these don't look too interesting anymore. Let's go back to the book. Oh yeah, let's look at the quote retweets I got in here. I remember there being some pretty funny ones. Oh, it's that one baiter. Yeah. I wasn't even gonna argue with him. Like anything about OGDB, he's just gonna say is the worst thing ever. So no point in engaging with him. Like there was one. Okay, here we go. Gun to your head. Name one good thing in Pilaf Saga better than UI, and this was my answer. Oh, that's easy. Just meeting Goku and seeing his personality and the humor surrounding it immensely clears anything UI did for me. And, like, I don't think that would be that hot of a take if more people had seen the arc. Like, Goku is genuinely just the most lovable little guy ever in the Pilaf arc. Like, you cannot not be smiling when he's on screen. And he's like, Goku's introduction is neat and all, but I personally can't say it's 3 tiers over something like UI. And then, you know, different strokes and all that. I'm sure I'll get clowned for thinking this because I can't quote retweet you the big flashy gif, but the character writing and humor in the Pilaf arc is actually top tier stuff. Kid Goku, especially early on when he's at his most wild and ignorant, is such an immensely fun and enjoyable character to watch. There's also a certain plot to the karma that rewards Goku for being the pure guy that he is without many wants, which is very satisfying. Like, I'm trying to explain to these people that just being a really fun and enjoyable character to watch, I can see why, to me, that aspect of the Pilaf arc clears UI for me. I don't, like, it's not even close. Well, oh, this one. What does the Buu Saga do better than the TOP that does not involve Vegeta's character? Speak quickly, because I can guarantee everything you mention will only be aura and hype moments. Now, I think the obvious answer to this is, like, Buu and Hercule's relationship, and just the character writing in general. Like, Goten meeting Goku was a top-tier moment. But what I think is just amazing about this tweet, Buu Saga Super Saiyan Vegito profile picture asking this is absolutely insane, bro. Like, just look at the quotes. 29 quotes and 13 likes. Let's look at some of them. Bobby is infinitely more enjoyable and compelling character than Jiren. They're not gonna like that, but I think they're being based. Buu and all the new lore he brings with him clears any of the tournament participants' lore and stuff. It's actually got some really good comedic bits. Take off that profile picture. Paleo, I think his Dragon Ball takes are overall really good, although me and him are never gonna see eye to eye on SSJ3. I love me some SSJ3. Yeah. Buu and Hercule easily, like, them just slowly becoming friends was great. Hold on, where's my quote retweet? There we go. Vegito profile pic asking this is insane. So yeah, that was fun. Those were the Dragon Ball Super Twitter wars of June 2025. I hope you enjoyed. I needed this. I think the TOP is like the most overrated arc in Dragon Ball. I am not a big fan of it at all. Like the stuff near the end, I'm not even that huge on Goku versus Jiren. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's good. It's really good, but it's not like special to me. The part of the TOP that is special to me, Goku and Frieza, when that happens, that's special to me. But yeah, it's just good seeing it get some deserved criticism for once. Because usually if you say anything bad about DBS, these glazers will be all over your ass. Case in point, look at these quote retweets. Like someone like reported Apple or something, these insane, dumbass Dragon Ball Super fans, when Apple was actually absolutely spitting. They just can't handle the truth, man. I don't know. That was the DBS war. I'll catch you guys next time for more Dokkan Twitter and Dokkan Fest Tao shenanigans.